Other than a mammoth disclosure made by way of approach best in class, the James Webb Space Telescope tracked down lighting devices in space noted 7 trillion miles from Earth. This astounding finding has lit interest inside the chance of a state-of-the-art extraterrestrial presence. The telescope focused in on Proxima Centauri b, the closest exoplanet to Earth, uncovering prominent, impossible lights sending from it. What can be the justification behind those town lights on Proxima Centauri b? Should the later on-screen the present-day presence past our sun-oriented devices be a piece of us as we plunge into how the James Webb Space Telescope has found these first-rate things in space? For a significant time frame, trained professionals and everybody have conjectured roughly life past our nearby planetary area. Proposing ways of life have been anxiously anticipated. Unquestionably, the clinical connection has become looming over the region's current-day fortitude for some time. Living components had been seen via the James Webb Space Telescope while concentrating on the spot and sending basic records back to Earth. The James Webb Space Telescope inferred hard-to-ignore town lights sparkling from the exoplanet Proxima Centauri b. Those lighting gadgets have been as they ought to be, as their call for cautioned lighting installations like the ones illuminating a town. The chance of a bleeding edge and an outsider city present on the uncommon call has left experts troubled and overwhelmed, as it gives off the impression of being the methodology, the present ways of life they have all been looking ahead to. Anticipating that this is apparently genuine, as thought to be one of the beliefs it will be, it pushed ultramodern ideas that there are practical living creatures building progress new to what people type out in space. Besides, we are plainly going over it, learning the city lighting mechanical gatherings organized 7 trillion miles from Earth. NASA creators can't look up to the desire to ponder how broad those lighting installations were found in the locale. David Kipping, a cosmologist from Columbia University, depicts the Proxima Centauri b exoplanet wherein the town lighting apparatus's foundations had been organized as charming. He conveyed that so present-day the truth, the famous actor structure nearest to us has changed for examples that dislike different planets. The normal rough planets are recognized to absorb daylight hours and send infrared radiation. Anyway, not so for this exoplanet, as its infrared nature is particularly first in brilliance from that cutting edge. Its host, named Proxima Centauri, requires an IM observational eye through the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, and the telescope ended up being helpful as the certifiable contraption for the endeavor. The JWST can unquestionably perceive infrared frequencies, the moment power natural for Proxima b, which can be a focal component in uncovering the unfurled exceptional pieces. Advanced understanding current its progressing situation. This will be conveyed out thanks to the overall time advanced infrared imaging skills progressed by means of the JWST. Trained professionals need to apply the telescope to find the standard bits advanced at air stages on this planet. They also plan to utilize the Webb telescope to look at the potential outcomes of bleeding-edge presence on this exoplanet. The James Webb Space Telescope has an infrared care that is prepared to dismantle what happens on Proxima Centauri b in point of view. Getting the littlest delicate overflows in the impossible dimness is ultramodern and extremely trying for area telescopes. However, not for the JWST, as it can consider even the humblest touches, releasing from the area. It is an exceptional contraption to test, accepting to be only the exploration about city lighting on Proxima Centauri b. The present view is impressive or not. Just one out in vogue at normal-made gentle inside the universe can be seen by using the telescope, as long as it falls inside a repeat band that is cutting edge more unobtrusive than the tie. Proxima Centauri b has an engaging courting among its brilliant substances and floor conditions. The day the present-day exoplanet consolidates restrictive solar chargers that address the affecting solar power delivered through the celebrity while its extraordinary locale mirrors moving toward gentle bars inside the C programming language period. Exactly when Proxima Centauri b finishes its circle around its host star, Proxima Centauri, it assessments generally cycles ultramodern like what wind on the Earth, with the daytime having over-the-top sun importance and the 12 p.m. encountering coolness. The planet is remembered to have temperature assortments facilitated by means of its structure. For example, expecting there might be no climate on Proxima Centauri b, the separation among its day and 12 p.m. cycles can be huge and some distance isolated. Accepting there is no controlling impact contemporary natural gases, what is additional sees the recognition present day. The day a state-of-the-art view can sizzle warm like a weak viewpoint, and the 12 p.m. will dive into the cool fogginess. The confirmation of the current temperature variant is what is happening for cosmologists to decide on a more prominent, significant capacity contemporary Proxima Centauri b. Having an unequaled infrared imaging ability, the JWST can note the planet's warm overflows to offer reasonable investigations about its conventional homes. Simply the circle advanced, the James Webb Space Telescope all through the Earth strains up with Proxima Centauri b's orbital timespan, giving a complete perspective on its 24-hour cycles inside 11.2 Earth days. Accepting it for sure has a climate, the following step can be to decide its customary creative capacity to choose if it can maintain life. A few magnificent signs in seeing whether its presence includes advanced gases like oxygen, water fume, and methane. Expecting those parts are found at the worldwide, it shows that it stays contemporary, achievable circumstances for ways of life. The mission to spot this expects analysts to be particular as they gather and concentrate light bars that go through the planet's natural parts. This is a very troublesome mission, yet the JWST has unbelievable capacities with respect to portraying planetary circumstances. It has a basic objective. The telescope has been modified to track down Gander on the collections in water fume, carbon dioxide, and methane. Care, even when it comes to spotting advanced oxygen, which is a vital sign that something is happening far underneath. The JWST is limited around there, though the telescope all things considered has key motivations to look for changed parts in the normal, like ozone, which gives a first-rate degree of significance inside the air. That the James Webb Space Telescope doesn't have general limits and can't peer at all. Likely the nearest potential universes to Earth, driving in cautious air test space. Experts are as of now inclining towards ground-based observatories like the remarkably large telescope ELT. The ELT is a telescope that has been planned to start working in 2028, and its miles are decisively set to look more deeply into the barometrical connection of far-flung exoplanets. It'll give data on those planets to provide clear pieces of modern records into their recognition of ultramodern sensibility. NASA researchers are working diligently to see the Alliance cutting-edge future space telescopes. Until that point, however, the James Webb Space Telescope remains the significant gadget in our excursion to track down insider measurements of far-off, current exoplanets. During its propelling limits, the Webb Telescope brings the ability to offer data in a work to exchange how we decipher exoplanetary makes a specialty of now and later on. EXP specialists have an objective for future region telescopes, and that is to decrease the number of phenomenal delicate coming from a planet's host. Astronomers can almost positively see the lighting considered from an exoplanet itself. They mean to try this by utilizing inward sunshades or enormous outside solar shades molded like an umbrella, like using your hand to block out gentle releases to permit you to see an element. Clear diminishing of the first-rate magnificence coming from the host will better position future telescopes to focus in on faint impressions, the present delicate coming from exoplanets, pondering best assessment brand new its normal structure, and the probability supporting ultramodern ways of life. Doing this comes with its own requesting circumstances. However, experts need to perceive gases that contain presence and those from land cycles like volcanic aspects. Space experts are not leaving insatiable the attributes of the most recent exoplanets, so they are better coordinated to results. Cutting-edge something happening on an extra-colossal level and remembering them from exciting signs. The JWST represents an unprecedented open entryway. A brilliant story has arisen. Really, that a couple of untouchables are a point in modern reality. Something particularly marvelous in the stars. Basically trusting that people will check them out. To give a reaction to this request, American space experts Jill Tarter and Thomas Pearson began a project in 1984 called the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, SETI. The SETI connection is a benevolent alliance aimed to channel through signs to get radio transmissions from space. The point behind investing in radio transmissions is their capacity to visit significant stages without getting dispersed or held like various modern radiations. By virtue of their photo pH, radio transmissions are sure to be seen through the 42 radio telescopes that make up the Allen Telescope Array in California. Despite the reality that the SETI connection has not yet forever set up side effects of radio transmissions made via extraterrestrial ways of life, there have not been such markers for more than 30 years. The way that they will make Jill Tarter's effort has had an incredible result as they expect fresh, out-of-the-plastic new devices in the 21st century to get the rate. This pursuit, in a way, could sound conventional to Jill. I hope that you can give her a bonus for the money that space experts can zero in on again. This is something records had been looking for today, alongside a mammoth disclosure made via a move toward cutting edge. The James Webb Space Telescope tracked down lighting devices in space noted 7 trillion miles from Earth.